Golf fittings, are they underrated or are they overrated? What about for the driver? What about for the fairway wood? What about for the wedges or the irons or the flat stick? Do you need a golf fitting based on your level and what you're going to get out of it? And if you get the wrong clubs, how can they hinder your game? So all the different handicap levels, we've seen it. You got your buddy out there who goes out, buys himself a brand new driver, but still doesn't outdrive you with your prehistoric 4 or 5 year old piece that you've been using for a while. Why is that? It can be a number of things. We've done a bunch of videos recently on swing weights, which is balance point. I'm a big believer that the balance point of your golf clubs needs to be right for your game. Guess what? That's something that will be covered in a golf fitting, in a good golf fitting. If you go to a good golf fitting at the right places, they will cover swing weight and what that looks like. The other thing they'll walk you through is how many golf shafts there are available to you. The next thing about your fitting, which I would absolutely want you to do, is try and get it outside if you can. This Kingdom range is so perfect for it, and it's into the prevailing wind. Anytime you can do that, the numbers that come to you on your launch monitor are going to be accurate and bang on. Hitting into the wind can hold up the ball flight. Back to your buddy who's got the driver that flies really high and doesn't go anywhere. He's probably got a fitting either indoor, or he's just got completely the wrong club for him, or he won it in some raffle he played and thought it was the way to go. So to give you an idea, let's grab something that absolutely wouldn't be for me. This is a QI 35, 12 degree, shoved in, super soft, regular golf shaft. So not my setup. In your fitting, when it comes to driver, even if you've got the wrong spec, they're going to talk about golf ball, which is a thing in a fitting. I got a TP5X here, which is actually the ball I play. So looking down at this, I mean, this couldn't be further away from what I need. The face is hooked in. We're hitting it out to a target on the right-hand side of the range. The shaft is extremely soft. And let's see what happens here without me trying to manipulate too much. Not a bad move. Left of target, 4,100 spin. What does that mean for you, the golfer? Well, it means that you're totaling yardage of only 218 yards off a club just because it's wrong for you. I can probably hit driver into this breeze 270 carry. So I'm losing 50 yards. Now that was a toe strike, which is why there was so much movement. Let's see how long it takes me to adjust to a decent strike, and we might see a little different number. So 4,100 on the spin. And you can just see the club wants to move to the side. 219 carry, 3,200. That one was much more toey. Now you can actually get into the club and try and adjust it to work for you, but you're never going to get the optimum ball flight unless you have the right head to start off with as to what you're playing with. So let's talk about the big stick. You just dropped between 600 and maybe $1,000 on a new driver with upcharges on a blind fit that you didn't quite know what you were getting. Think about the yardage I've just demonstrated that I've lost and the movement from right to left that I just got out of a club that is not fitted correctly for me. You need to go out there and get the right driver for your game in order to optimize how you hit it. Hitting fairways and making putts are two crucial parts of the game. Don't sleep on them. Tour players test these all through the start of the season when they're on the West Coast swing to get into the right one for their game. You need to do the same so that you can get your tee game in a place where the rest of it can shine. Same can apply in a fairway wood. Now we've gone regular flex golf shaft in the ever popular 7 wood. These clubs, the tendency for them into this breeze, which is why you should be testing into breeze, is to be spinny. So I think this, to me, and I've said it on videos before, is probably the best golf club I've added. Not probably, it is the best golf club I've added to my bag in the last 2 years. But if you don't have the right spec, you can never unlock that. So having a club that you can fall on for confidence, if you don't quite get the spec where it needs to be, well, guess what? You can't quite deliver the golf shots that a 7 wood can do. So as great as that is, you can see it's extremely high and extremely stally, such is the golf shaft that goes in it. As we look down at that, 5,800, not a bad spin number, but it's only giving me a carry distance of 200 yards. I hit my own 7 wood, 245, 235 into the breeze. Here's a reload on golf ball It's now the Pix, which is fine, but this is a TP5. So to show you the importance of this, that 7 wood I just hit came out a little spinny. This is not the golf ball I would play. So we got a 5,800 spin. Here we go. So there's the soft golf shaft, hooking for fun, but with a more spinny golf ball, and you're looking at higher spin rate again and a shorter yardage because of that. Now let's get into an iron with the wrong ball. Here's my 5 iron. Each model will spin differently. That's why it's so important. If you are using a P770, you'd want less spin, but 4,200 not hit great. You can see how the golf ball really impacts that. I know you like the look of the P7CB, but you're a higher handicapper, you're struggling to hit the face consistently, and you're struggling to get yardage. Guess what? You bought them now, you're in a tough spot. If you go through the fitting experience, all the benefits of the P770 and why that is better for you, or the P790 will be explained. You'll hit the center more, you'll get lower scores, and you'll get your energy out of your off-center strikes, which will help your proximity to the hole. So go back to the original question. Does a fitting matter? Do you need to do it? Hell yeah, you do, because you can get so much more out of your irons if you get a fitting. That's why the bays are always full at the Kingdom. That's why people are understanding this, because they want to be customed as if you're going out and getting a suit. You want it tailored to you if you want the best for your game. Finally, I've got a wedge line around here. Of course, there's fittings you can do for putters too, but wedges, it's all important as we stagger through the set. This is a 56. I'm going to want to play different shots with this. It's not all going to be about full shots. It's going to be about hitting the chip shots, feeling the club through the turf. That one just caught on the turf, but came out for me, so a bit steeper. Let's play a shorter one, and you'd be around a chipping green for this, but it's about how does this club go through the turf? How can I feel the weight? Notice how I'm gripping down on this as well. So I really, for these touchy feel shots, want to feel that club going through the turf and giving me the golf shot, which is why you want to try out the different bounces on the camber and the sole. But ultimately, club fitting with everything is essential to get the maximum performance out of it. Wedges are crucial. They're your tools that get you around the golf course. If you go in and you play a consistent golf course and you get the wrong bounce for that course, or you don't even know what bounce is, all of a sudden your saviors that keep the momentum going in golf, they're not set up to help you. You start chipping and pitching and that thing goes long left. A fitting can help you. You want a weight and the feel of a club that works for you. A fitting can help you. These are clubs that you should really be changing the most in your bag. Therefore, having ones that are fit for you become essential. Don't just get the one you like the look of, get the one that has a characteristic about it that works for your game, for the bunkers that you play at, and for the type of short game player you are. The fact remains that the mallet ratio on tour, mallet to blade, has gone up significantly since the surveys started monitoring what mallets are and what a blade putter is and who uses which model. Striking these and getting the energy out of them is so much easier. We don't hit the middle of the putter as often as we think. And I'm talking about elite players, not just us out there as amateurs that play the game or elite level golfers. The best of the best don't strike the middle. That's why a mallet works for them. Then you've got to get the lie angle you need, the design you need. There's a lot of different styles. This one's a broomstick. You can even get into one of these if needed, and if it works for you in the fitting scenario. Think about the money that you're about to spend when it comes to your golf clubs. Therefore, everything from glove through to ball, through to irons, through to the driver, the 3-wood, and everything else needs to be fit so that you've got it right. These things are uber powerful, but you need to know what you're looking for in a launch monitor to get the most out of your golf clubs. Same applies for your game. You can definitely change it based on if you're looking for the right things. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on amazing conditions. Next time you want to get golf clubs, get fitted for them. You will not regret it.